Hey guys.
Welcome back to episode 226 of Laugh and Load with Tony.
And Jackie.
Episode 226, and spoiler alert, not talking a single thing about the SIG 226.
Not at all. Sorry, guys.
So, top of the podcast, some housekeeping. There is only 3 weeks left until GunCon in Niles, Ohio.
June 20th.
Yes, you guys should absolutely come join us. And to make it a little more enticing, you can always use code LNL for, I'm sure you guessed it, Laugh and Load. And it saves you 10% on the ticket. Come out, have some fun, check out new stuff. I'm super looking forward to it. We've said it before, it's our favorite event of the year.
We have another event that we'll be going to for the very first time this year.
Yeah.
And that is Outdoor Con.
A lot of cons.
A lot of cons. It's kind of exciting because I've only recently taken up like the whole hunting thing. I've always liked camping, but it's like a camping, hunting, fishing show.
Yeah.
And it's in our area, so we don't have to travel and get a hotel. It's in Schaumburg, Illinois at the Schaumburg Convention Center on June 6th and June 7th. You can buy single day tickets to either one or the weekend pass. But you can also save on that ticket using the code LAUGH.
And it saves you 15%.
Yep. And we will be there on Sunday.
Yes. I might be there both days.
Potentially.
Depends on what the schedule looks like. But it's close enough to where I could just pop in both days.
Mm-hmm.
But we will both for sure be there on Sunday.
Right.
On to the gun news.
There's a lot.
There is. So everyone knows that's been in the, into guns for a while. The XD always got, the Springfield XD always got kind of like poo-pooed for being not so good.
Mm-hmm.
And the XDM was a little bit better. But Springfield has this thing with their models where they like to do, like, in the car world, they would call them stripper models. Also known as, like, a base model.
Mm-hmm.
The no frills model. They've taken that same approach with the Echelon now.
We're calling it the Echelon Alpha, which is kind of funny because it is not the beginning. It is what came after.
That's funny.
Yeah.
And you definitely don't want to call it the Omega because it's not like the final form of the Echelon. Hope not.
You can call it the Beta.
That's not a good marketing thing.
But essentially that's what it is. They came out with they kind of did the same thing that Kimber did. Kimber released like their Whippy Dippy 2K model, and then they're like, here's your warrior.
Yeah. So 4-inch gun, still has the melanite finish, a polymer optic cover plate, which sounds silly. It does save money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially if you're talking, hundreds of thousands of guns where you can just zip it off and just 3D print or have a little plastic cover.
Mm-hmm.
No trench on the top of the slide, so no little fancy doodad cut, just a contoured slide. U-dot white sights. Does still come with it only comes with the medium backstrap, and you can buy the small or large. And it's only available in the 4-inch compact size so far. MSRP is $5.99. We're not going to talk about the stupid California model. That's $6.50. But the normal Echelon MSRP is $7.10.
Yeah, that's where those start. So it's like $110 cheaper for this version of it. It does only come with one magazine as well.
That is super lame.
Yep. So do you remember when they did the LC9, their little single stack 7-shot thing? The LC9, they sold a whole bunch of them, but it was like $4.99.
What are you talking about?
Oh, that's Ruger. That's my bad.
Yeah.
Ruger did the same thing, but they called them the E series and like the economy friendly ones. and they like stripped out everything. But a lot of companies are doing that where they'll come out with like their bells and whistles model, and then like a year or two later come out with like a base model to save everybody money. No night sights, no extra this, no extra that, just base.
Which is also in terms of, hey, these guns are not selling as quickly as we thought. It's cheaper if we don't put as many machine hours in, lower the price, because we still have all these frames we have to use.
Right. Also new is a new version of the Taurus Judge. Same girl, different dress, like essentially like a facelift on it.
This one looks way better with makeup.
It does.
This is a good looking revolver.
I really like what they did with the trigger guard. It's like a very edgy, squared off type trigger guard.
Yeah.
Not squared off in the sense like a pistol trigger guard. It's got like these like cool sharp angles to it, and it does have
Like a rhombus.
Yes.
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 Yes. Word of the day, rhombus.
And a flat face trigger. Still 5 shots, still 2.5-inch cylinder. They don't have a 3-inch cylinder option for the new version yet. I'm sure it will be coming, but they have a 2.5-inch chamber, 5-shot. You can get this in all black or two-tone in 2 different barrel lengths. You can get either the 3-inch or the 6.5. And the 3-inch models for all black will be $699.99 or $696.99. So it's $3 cheaper to get the 6.5-inch barrel in all black. It's kind of funky. Doesn't make sense, but it is what it is. And both of the two-tone models, 3-inch or the 6.5, are MSRP to the exact same price of $719.99. So $20 extra for the two-tone, and $3 upgrade for the longer, or $3 cheaper for the longer barrel.
I gotta give the Judge a little props though. You know, it has literally stood the test of time. When it came out, everyone thought it was going to be just like a little novelty thing. And it is still going.
Yeah.
It was going so well, Smith & Wesson made a like competitor to it. So, and this one does look good. It's a good looking revolver.
It is. It kind of gives me Hunter vibes.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, the American Hunter 44 Magnum. Just like this big chunky.
Springfield now has the Prodigy, the Operator, and the TRP all available in the COA. So the aim point COA dot, which is actually probably a good move too. The COA on the Prodigy is probably going to help move it, and the TRP is still used by the police departments that really haven't adopted 2011, that still use 1911s.
Right. And as far as the TRP goes, like it is it's a premium revolver. Haha, it's a premium 1911, and it's also premium priced.
Oh yeah.
So putting a premium optic on it, it makes sense.
Canik has released the MC9 Prime NC, which you guys will never guess what NC stands for. Not neochrome, not like I was thinking it was going to be something cool, like they got like their Miami one. I'm like, weird, they came out with like a North Carolina one. So weird. No, it stands for non-compensated.
Yeah. For the same price as the compensated model. So anyone who's like, oh, I don't want a compensated gun, but I really like this, so you can now buy it non-compensated for the same price as a compensated model, which is $649.99.
This next bit of gun news, I don't have a lot on it. I just kind of saw what I believe is like a teaser photo, but it looks like LSI, or Lone Star Innovations, known for making 2011s and 2011 parts, most notably their 2011 grips, seems to have made a new 2011 grip. And this one uses grip panels.
Ooh.
Much like I'm sure it attaches in a different way because of patents. But think of how the Atlas grips offer slip-in different modular like palm swells, thicknesses. That's what this looks like.
Okay.
So I have no other information other than that. No pricing, no nothing. So we will wait and see. I'm sure I will find out as soon as it comes out. But this past week, as we'll talk about later in the episode, I didn't find out shit. I was, we'll just say, preoccupied.
Ruger has added to their lineup of Glenfield Model A's
Go figure.
with 2 new calibers, the 223 Remington and the 400 Legend. That is all.
Okay.
And according to Smith & Wesson's Instagram, the largest state agency trusts in the M&P. The California Highway Patrol has selected the M&P 9 2.0 as their official duty pistol, proven through 16,000 plus rounds of testing with 0 malfunctions. Are you surprised?
No, not at all.
Fantastic platform.
Yeah.
Good on them. That's a huge contract.
Yeah. It's, it's funny. I remember way back when I first started, and we had some gun law enforcement trade in Smith & Wesson 59s that had CHP engraved on the slide.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cool to see this. So
yeah, full circle. Then our kids are gonna be behind the gun counter and see the CHP stamped M&Ps come through.
Right. All right. That's it for gun news. On to shooting sports, which is the part of the episode that is the reason we did not have last week's episode. The Northern Illinois Section Championship happened. And this year, I took on a bigger role with that match.
Mm-hmm.
And helping set up, gather sponsors, design inputs. I didn't really design any of the stages, but we talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of work.
You can say stage design support.
Yeah, there we go. It was a lot of work.
Mm-hmm. I didn't see him for like 8 days.
Yeah, it was Tuesday. So last Tuesday and up until Monday, I was at the range every day. And most days it was from like between 6 and 9 until 10 and midnight.
Very long days. And the range isn't like super close. It's just over an hour away.
Yeah.
So
a lot of driving.
A lot of driving, a lot of back and forth, a lot of cigar time.
So let's go through the standings and then we'll kind of talk about the match. So there were 302 shooters, which, not trying to be biased, first time having a major in a new location at a new range. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys recall, I believe it was
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so it'd be 2 weeks ago. So the last episode, but it was 2 weeks ago, we made match predictions for here. And I just want to reiterate them. Open division, I said it was going to be Vinny, Heath Creer, and then Albert Yao. The Chicago-based Albert Yao for open. And then Carry Optics was going to be Justin Anderson, Eric Camps, Donovan Moore. Lady was going to be, you said, Susan Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And LO, I said, was going to be John Martello, Dave Del Rosario, and
Mike Boughton.
Sorry, my stupid notes thing is
skipping,
freaking out on me. So, in limited optics, 3rd place, Daniel Frazier. 2nd place, Dave Del Rosario.
As predicted.
1st place, John Martello.
As predicted.
There are, first of all, congratulations, John, because he was out there setting up all week with us.
Mm-hmm. And then still took first in limited.
Shot staff day, and then worked the rest of the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And still came out on top. So, quite a feat. That's awesome. I want to caveat this. Normally, I shout out like all of our friends or guys that we may know.
That would be like a third of the shooters.
That'd be over half of these people.
Right.
So I'm not going to do that. So to all the homies and homettes, like, thanks for coming. Congratulations on your placement. insert your name there.
I
All
feel
right.
like he's talking directly to me.
For the ladies, sorry, I put the I'll do it, seeing as someone's having like a little mini stroke over there. Third place, Jade Goodhue. Second place, Jackie Salas. And first place, as predicted, Susan Brown.
Woot woot.
And there were, so I told you, 302 shooters at the match. 114 of them were LO. And then for Carry Optics,
Big chunk.
128 of them. So in Carry Optics, third place, Donovan Moore. Second, Bailey Duda. First place, Justin Anderson.
So you got first and third correct
Hey, I'm
on
pretty
your
good.
predictions. You are very, very good.
Ladies, Carry Optics. She's still struggling, guys. I put the long form. This is I'll give you guys behind the scenes. Normally I crop it down and make it nice and pretty. I didn't do that this time. I just did screenshots, and Jackie is having a very hard time right now.
I found it.
Okay.
Third place, June Upshaw. Second place, Devin Welke. And first place, Hannah Malley.
Open division. Third place, Nate Polson. Second, Austin Cisna. First place, Matthew Tucker.
And for late,
For my prediction, Heath Creer was in fifth. And Albert Yao was in sixth. So they were close. And Vinny, apparently, I talked to him, didn't do as well in the first half of the match, and he ended up placing 11th.
So open so far is the only one that you didn't absolutely nail. Ladies open, there were 2 shooters. Second, Jessica Linau, and first place, Tatiana Moncini.
PCC, third place, Mark Walters. Second place, big fan of the show, Harrison Van Sky, who we finally got to meet in person instead of just on Instagram. Very nice to meet you, dude. First place, Benedict Baglica.
Galactus.
No, I'll take it.
And one PCC lady beat out herself, Angela Spalla.
And an odd number of production shooters. We had 8 total. Third place, Michael Marissa Moroska. Second, Jim Stobaugh. First place, Mo Abdul Saeed. And then for ladies, it would have been first place, Shauna Stiglich. So that was, Jackie's looking because I didn't put it in there. I just know that's where I know where Shauna placed. Okay. So an absolutely fun match. I'm gonna not try and spoil it too much because I give you guys a preview. I'm planning on to have a show where I'll be on it. I'll have hopefully the range master, the match directors, some more staff, and a couple competitors on, and we're gonna kind of go through the whole week and weekend, kind of through everyone's point of views and answer questions on what puts on a major. But
that is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna really hope we can nail down dates where we can get everyone together. That's gonna be the difficult part. But in totality, trying not to sound biased, as far as level 2s, and I've shot my fair share of them, it was amazing fun. The stages were absolutely incredible. It had a great variety. It had good shooting challenges. It had tough shots. It had one stage with a lot of running.
Yeah.
It had
Damn you, stage 8.
Yeah. You can thank match director Joe Sanchez for that. That was his stage.
Yeah, that
You
was
get
the
all
that was the Chicago Gunslinger sponsored stage.
Yes.
Fuck all you guys.
It was, man, I had a lot of fun. Like, it was a lot of work, but I do think it was so worth it.
It was a really fun match. So I didn't go out and set up stages and put in all of the hours and everything. I had to work. I was not taking time off of work because, gun con and other stuff. So I was just a competitor. And from a competitor's point of view, showing up, seeing how everything was presented, how everything ran in the morning, very smooth. The stages, I haven't been doing as much shooting lately, but over the years, I have shot quite a few competitions. And I would say that the level of variety was probably my favorite thing. The shoot house. There was a visual start stage that had a par time set. It was like 6 seconds across 10 targets.
Or time, fixed time.
Or fixed time. It was probably the most fun that I've had at a match. And like for doing 11 stages in one day is a lot.
Yeah.
And yes, it was tiring, but there was no point during the day where I was like, man, I wish I did this across 2 days. Like it is a fun experience.
And you had a first. It was the first time you ever drove yourself to a major.
It is the first time I ever drove myself to a major. You had to be there like an hour before me, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's not happening. Nope. So, showed up, shot, hung with the homies, checked out some of the cool vendors, helped with teardown. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a very long day.
Yep.
And it was even longer for you. You didn't get home until just after midnight that day, I think.
Yeah.
A lot of work. Very good match. I will say the prize table was incredibly impressive.
Yeah, we did a good job. We overshot how many shooters were going to be there. So the goal was to try and get every shooter to get a prize. With all the signups we had, especially kind of like in the final hour, we didn't quite get to it. It ended up being to where out of every squad, which was about 12 people, 8 shooters all got prizes.
And there were like guns. There was a Frankfurt X10 reloader in there.
Yeah, we had over 10 guns. The Frankfurt, we had bourbon, we had tattoo certs, we had gift cards to like ABT, to
Hunters.
Yeah, we had a lot.
Kim Heron classes. Like it was that table was stacked.
And in all sponsor dollars, we had $35,000 worth of stuff, which I'd say is pretty good for a prize table.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty damn good. So I was very happy about it.
Oh, and Stealth Arms was the title sponsor.
Yeah.
And there were 2 full platypus builds out there on the prize table.
Yep. We had the 2 platypus. You had Monsoon gave a bunch of stuff, like machining stuff. They gave a full build away. Whole bunch of stuff. It was very cool.
Yeah, that was super cool. Yeah, everybody was, oh, the platypus, oh, the platypus build. I actually got to talk to a guy that won one of them because he was asking, questions because that's what I shot this weekend. And he saw me wearing mine and was asking me about, the features so that when he goes to do his build, he could kind of see in his hand what his build's going to look like when it gets delivered. So he was really excited.
I had quite a few people actually test fire my gun this weekend. Driving around doing just media, making sure staff is good and stuff, and doing prizes. In between that, I had people that wanted to test fire one that have never shot one. But there were also quite a few competitors already shooting the platypus there. Mm-hmm. I think I counted 5, which was nice.
With me?
No, not including you.
So 6.
Yeah. 7 if you include me.
Yeah, that's 7. It's pretty good.
So That's it for Match Talk. Like I said, hopefully we'll have that other episode put together and I can get everyone nailed down. I think it'll be really interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be a good time. Our next segment.
Yes, Tales from the Gun Counter.
I know you guys have gotten used to like my wild and out stories. This is a little bit different. This is a little bit of like a bring a tear to my eye kind of a moment. I had an interaction with a girl this week that bought her very first gun from us about a year ago. She came in with it in a lockbox, completely unloaded, no ammo, opened the box. She was so unsure of having a gun loaded in her house. She didn't even have ammunition. Like she never even bought ammo for it. It's just unloaded. She was too nervous to load it, being unsure. So I walked her through everything. By the end of our little counter session, she was loading her mag with snap caps, chambering her gun with snap caps, unloading and showing clear with her snap caps. She had great grip stance and took her dry fire to the wall
She had
with
great what?
stance.
Grip stance?
Oh,
I think you
and
meant grip, comma stance.
we worked on her grip, we worked on her
Okay.
stance,
Like, the hell's grip
and
stance?
she took her first dry fire shot at the wall with zero sight deviation. So she went down to the range to shoot her very first rounds through her gun. And when I walked her down to the range counter, she like lunged and like gave me like the biggest hug. And she's like, I can't thank you enough. I never thought that I was actually going to be comfortable enough to go on the range with this or ever put a single round in it because it just made me so nervous. So she shot her first rounds with it,
Oh,
and I
that's
got
good.
like the biggest hug. And it reminded me why I do what I do. You know, retail's not glamorous, right? But when you can help turn someone's entire way of life around and give them a different way of thinking and give them the confidence to have a gun to protect themselves. That's why she bought it a year ago, was for protection. But her protecting herself for the last year was just not bringing ammo in the house so she didn't accidentally hurt herself or someone in her home.
I think we'd all be shocked at how common that is.
It is very common. It just like it, it took her almost an entire year to come back to try to get the nerve up to shoot it for the first time.
Right.
And even then, like when she found out there wasn't a safety officer on shift for another hour, she was like, I don't think I'm going to shoot then. But after our counter time, she was ready. So I'm very excited.
That's awesome. That's super cool.
Yeah,
It's a really good feeling.
it is. It's probably one of my favorite behind the gun counter tales.
Oh.
Our Week in Shooting is the next segment. And Our Week in Shooting has turned into our 2 weeks in shooting. So before the section, I actually did do a little bit of dry fire.
No way.
Yes, I did. I did a few sessions of dry fire. And I did
No video proof.
I did not record. I dry fired in my jammies, actually. I put in about 20 minutes. I mostly worked on draws and transitions. I did tell you that I had intentions on working reloads, but being the division that I'm, using, and I did do a few reloads, but I didn't like make it like a focal point of my dry fire session. Just getting the gun out quickly and getting on target quickly was the goal. Transitioning quickly. I did do slight movement in my dry fire. It's like a little side step around a corner type thing, but nothing like bolting around. My back has been killing me something fierce the last few weeks, so I was moving very slow at the match, and I just didn't push my body into physicality. So I wanted to make sure that everything else besides my actual running movement was as tuned as possible. So I did do some dry fire. My hands are killing me. They were hurting pretty bad for like 2 days after my first dry fire session. And I'm like, I have huge regrets on like falling off the train. So I need to get back on the train. I feel like it's like the same thing as like working out. Like if you like work out regularly and you don't go to the gym for like a week or two, your first session back, you're like, oh, why did I do this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the same. Like my forearms were killing me, my hands were killing me. My gun doesn't have the extra aggressive prickle grip like yours does, but I still like my actual skin was sore. I'm like, yeah, I have been away from this for way too long.
Yeah.
So instant regrets, but that will be turning around. In addition to dry firing, I'm going to continue working on my bow for the archery season. Those are my plans for the upcoming few months. And that same week that I got back into dry fire to prep for Northern, you actually taught a personal lesson.
I did. I taught a personal lesson on, well, with a the wife of a student that just got into shooting that also took a class with me. So it was her very first time. She was very unsure of guns, and her husband had just recently gotten into them. They talked about it, and she was finally ready. And she's like, "Yeah, I would like to take the class with you." Okay, cool. So I bring out same treatment I gave her husband. Brought out a bunch of different models. We'll go through the very basics. And I have to say, I experienced one of the coolest moments that I've ever had, like in my entire shooting career. I've taught a lot of first timers. I've actually taught a lot of first time females. I've taught a lot of female students. And because this one I was on an outdoor range, you hardly ever, like in an indoor range, it's really hard to see the facial expression of someone because you have to stand behind them. The booths are never big enough. Well, in the outdoor one, we were standing online at a big table, and I could lean on the table and kind of look at the side of the gun, like as if I was standing next to someone on a shooting line. And I got to see her very first shot ever. I just loaded one. I think it was actually out of your. I think it was out of your Glock 48. And when she shot, I, I, I got to experience the physical embodiment of the terms eye-opening experience. And it's probably one of the coolest things I've ever got to see. Because just as she shot, like her eyes bugged out of her head, got super wide. And you could just see like a body like that was now spiked, full of adrenaline, and has experienced something. She hit the target, like all these things played out in the right way. And it was a steel target, so you have like the auditory, like sensory, like congratulations, knowing you did something right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I hit a target. Oh, I pulled the trigger. Oh, I controlled the gun. Oh, it didn't fly out of my hand. Like, all of these things going through her head all at once. And it was pretty cool. It was one of the Yeah, it was one of the top moments for me for like being teaching people for so long. I've never experienced it like that.
That's so cool.
And she was very good. Um, Usually I have to kind of go through a lot of grip talk with people. And I really thought I was going to have to with her because she's a very petite woman.
She makes me look like a Jolly Green Giant. She is tiny.
She is a small person. Um, but I didn't have to. She kind of just understood it. And that's one of the things I love teaching like brand new people is you don't have like I don't have to fight any of the bullshit you may have learned or thought you knew when it comes to shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're like that brand new like cylinder of Play-Doh.
Mm-hmm.
There's no deformities. There's no oh, this is put in wrong or it's clumpy or nothing. It's just ready to mold.
Mm-hmm.
And it was perfect. So she's very excited. Has already come to see you,
Mm-hmm.
actually, to buy her own gun.
Which she's very excited about. And I was surprised because she does have very small hands. And we talked about like, the 365s being like very narrow. We talked about a few different guns that are very slim at the top. She ended up going with the PPF X Pro. It's got the comp on it and soften out the blow a little bit. Her husband has the full size version, and
She shot quite well.
she has the F. So a little bit easier trigger access, a little easier slide manipulation, but essentially the same gun. I was like, oh, that's absolutely perfect. I'm so happy that you landed on this, knowing that I sold him his PDP.
Right.
I said, now you can just take his mags. And he shot me a surprised look, and then he smirked and he goes, well, yeah. So they're under the understanding.
Yeah.
Same reason why your
Okay.
stuff goes missing.
Yeah.
Good on them.
Yeah, good on them. How did you do at the match?
I
That'll be, I mean, it's considered our 2 weeks in shooting, right? You actually shot the
Yeah,
match.
I did shoot the match. Like I said, I was moving pretty slow, so my time was not good. I had great hits. I did move with haste as much as I physically could. I had 5 FTSAs all day, and they were like most of them. I would say there's 2 of them were on one stage, and they were together. So, and that one miss was that's the one that kind of gets under my skin a little bit because I didn't give myself the time. A little bit of a squad mix up and then a last minute shuffle, and I ended up coming into the stage as the shooter on deck. I walked it once, counted the targets, saw the targets I was supposed to shoot. But that was my only time. And instead of requesting that they move me down to give myself more time, I was like, nope, I'm good, I'm ready. And I jumped right in and I ran right past 2 of them.
Turns out,
I was not ready.
not ready.
I was not ready. I wasn't ready. So that is completely on me, but that's probably the most frustrating FTSAs that I got all day. The other ones, we were talking about the stage 8 where he was a runner stage. Immediately before running, there are 2 far distance steel targets that once you start running, you're not in a shooting area. You've lost your opportunity. And once you get to the farther front shooting area, they're out of sight. So I was about 3 good hefty strides. I mean, I ran on this one because there's a long distance to cover. So I did push it and ran. And about 3 good hefty strides in, realized I'm now running past the steel that I did not shoot at. There might have been some profanities. I did not have my hat cam on, but a friend of mine who was recording from the back of the range, you can actually still hear the profanity from where I was up range or down range. So that was frustrating. And the other FTSA was on the monsoon tactical stage, which was a fantastic stage. Really great layout. It was like an absolute mirror of one side to the other. Almost a complete mirror. And I did the whole right side perfect. And I had my stage plan out. And I got to the left side, all the way at the very back to do my last 3 targets and only shot 2 of them. I shot both of the hard ones. And the one wide out in the open, right in the middle, didn't even look at it. So I had 5 FTSAs, and all of those were strictly because I was not in my proper headspace. I was having a great time with my friends. I was living my best life. I was reminding myself that I am not here for points. I am here for smiles. That was my goal because I was not tuned up and ready. My goal was smiles, not points. And well, I missed points. I missed a lot of them, and I have nobody to blame but me, and I'm not mad about the outcome of anything. I ended up 5th out of 11 ladies. I ended up Was it Second and Limited Optics?
Yes.
Second and Limited Optics, ladies. And out of 4 or 5, I think. And like overall, very, 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 very far down. I think out of the 114, I think I was like 20 from the bottom. So, yeah,
Yeah, it's okay.
85th percentile.
I mean, if you want to talk about frustrating, I'll tell you about
Oh,
my days.
it was, I felt so terrible. I'm so happy. So as the day went on, like for all 3 days, as the stage ended, scores were updating on practice score.
Yeah.
So I was at work hitting refresh on practice score, watching the points roll in and roll in and roll in and roll in. So go ahead.
Well, how did this start? I got the very first thing I did is I offered to drive one of our friends over to the farthest bay. So I hopped in my car, drove him over, and then I go get on, get the gear ready. I'd already had my rig on. I go to the safe table to gun up, and I go to holster, and my holster's gone. I'm still wearing my rig, holster gone. Well, what the hell happened here? Hanger's still on. And for those of you wondering, no, I don't have some type of QD system on this, like a QLS or anything. Well, what the hell? So I go back to my car, and my holster is sitting on the floorboard of my driver's side. What the hell? I pick it up, I look at the screws, and the threads and everything have sheared off inside of where the holster attaches to the hanger. So now I'm scrambling because I do not have an extra holster. I'm scrambling. I've tried everything. I tried zip ties, didn't work, kind of jostled itself loose. And then I did the only thing that I thought would hold it, and it did, is more than, we'll just say more than 4 or 5 and less than a dozen wraparounds of Gorilla Tape. And that's how it sits. That's,
Yeah. You're gonna have to put a picture of that up
I
when
will
we
put a picture.
we do the show.
Yes. We'll put a picture up. It is not pretty. It worked. Lasted whole match. I also did not wear my holster in the car anymore. And that was all before stage 1. So then friends of mine are scrambling to help me get ready so we can still shoot because this is staff day. We're supposed to try and get on time, flush out the stages. There's a lot involved on this day. So John is actually helping me load my magazines. John and Angela were helping me load. And John goes, "Hey, is this ammo okay in the bag?" Yes. I don't remember looking at the bag, but I know I just had a Supervel bag in the top.
So without looking, you assumed the bag was the Superville bag.
Right. Load up, shoot the stage, and it was on stage 1. There's 1, 2, I believe that one had like 3 or 4 positions. Anyway, I had a dozen malfunctions, just failure to fires. And then at the very last position on the very last target, I got a squib. This is all on stage 1.
That's frustrating.
And I come to find out when I go back to the bag, the Supervel is unopened. And I look, and he got it out of a baggie that was your test ammo for reloading.
Mm-hmm.
So it failed the test.
Yep.
So don't use those.
Right.
That's how stage 1 started. Aside from being extremely tired from setup all week, I had so much fun shooting. The stages were awesome. It was, it was super good. I don't even remember where I placed. It was not that good. I think I placed 56th. in
limited optics
I think
or overall? There's 114 shooters in limited optics.
Yeah, I placed 56 in limited optics.
That's good. Top half. Burley.
Burley. So not quite the performance I wanted, but honestly, after setup, one of the things I did for setup was, for those of you that attended the matches, me and a couple of the guys are the ones that put up all the banners. We had to pound the T-post into the ground with a fence post, little sledge slammer thingy. Fence post driver, I guess would be the proper term. But it was all the manual kind. My hands were fucked up. They hurt. It was, oh god. I did have fun. We shot the visual start fixed time stage last, and I had to like muster up all of my energy that I could. I'm like, oh, okay. And while it looked good, the hits were not too good, but it looked damn good.
Did it for the gram, baby.
Yeah. Let's see what else. That was kind of about it.
So I also finished on stage 11, and that's how I felt at the end of the day, like completely smoked and just trying to like muster up enough to just like push hard through that 6 seconds. And I ended up being very close to you. It's the closest we were all day long. I was 3 points behind you. I think you accumulated 39 points and I accumulated 36. So for me, knowing that I don't move as fast as you or shoot as fast as you, that's like my proudest moment of the entire day, is that I didn't beat you, but I was so close. I almost had you, as they say in Fast and Furious.
I did have one stage I was pretty happy with. I believe it was 3. Yeah, stage 3.
Stage 3. Oh, stage 3 is where I started. That is the no holster stage.
Yeah.
The stage was sponsored by Black Mammoth Holsters.
Yes.
And the make ready position was unloaded on a barrel, and all mags must come from barrels. So there's no need for a holster or mag pouches on the stage sponsored by Black Mammoth Holsters.
Hilarious.
Absolutely. Go on. How'd you do?
That one I did good. I got the 18th on score for that one. So there was a few ways to shoot that one, and one of them, I think John and I shot it the same way, where we kind of cut 2 positions completely out, but you had to be comfortable taking like
Far shots,
25-yard headbox only shots. I was comfortable with it. Far targets really don't scare me. It's okay. It was more deciding like, hey, are you going to be able to do it quick enough to justify not just running up and doing it? And turns out, yes, turned out pretty good.
And your gun was zeroed accurately, I assume.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You're insufferable.
I am. I kind of screw things up often.
So don't give me ammo that works, but you'll make sure the red dot is 0.
I did not pack your range bag for a match.
Reloaded the ammo.
I did not pack your range bag and tell you to bring shit ammo to a match. Why would you have ever even had it in your range bag at a match?
Answer the question. Who reloaded the ammo?
Me.
Okay.
Potentially.
One of our cats do it?
Well, no, you made some when you were setting the press up. Potentially. Anyways.
You are reaching. All right. That is our week in shooting.
It was a very, very long week.
2 weeks. Yes, 2 weeks of shooting.
We did get some questions submitted this week.
We did, which I knew a lot of them were going to have to deal with the match. Some of them did, some of them didn't.
So the first one that I received was, "How did you and Tony meet?"
Go ahead.
Well, the first time
Tell him the fake way.
we met, I was 19, 20. I came in for a fishing license.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a little flirty. You were not picking up what I was throwing down, and I thought you were kind of a dick.
That sounds like a you problem.
Then I started working there, and I'm like, oh,
You really found out I was a dick.
This guy. I was hired as the designated cashier. Instead of each clerk ringing up their own sales, we were starting to get busier. Obama was running for office. There was a big gun buying increase in 2008. So I was hired as a designated cashier. How did you feel about that?
Well, at the time, I was mostly a cashier and sales. And I'm like, well, this is crazy. Like, why are they bringing a cashier in? Because we just do it.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't need to be doing my job.
Oh, well, I need a cashier here. This is crazy.
Mm-hmm. And then
What?
that's it. I was an unneeded person in your eyes.
You were.
Okay.
Nuisance.
A nuisance.
Some things never change.
Some things never change. We actually worked together for a year before we started dating. When the timing was right, as in Jackie was single.
You can go ahead and tell the people. It's fine to be personal. Jackie had one of her best friends getting married. And she was super bummed out about she no longer had a +1. She was going to be the only one at a wedding that didn't bring a +1. She's freaking out about it. And I just told her, I was like, well, I'll go with you. And she's like, we don't know anyone there. I'm like, it's a wedding. Half the people don't know everyone there. They have no idea. Are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I love people. It's fine. It'll be great. So we went to the wedding.
I did a lot of drinking.
You did a lot of drinking.
Yep.
And then I had to carry you home.
You did carry me home. But you were a gentleman. You made sure that my unmentionables weren't showing as you carried me. My sister met you at the front door.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yes. And then I guess, well, the rest is history, because shortly after that, those same people attended our wedding.
Yeah. Yeah. And their daughter has the same first and middle name as me.
So we met at a gun shop.
We met at a gun shop. We fell in love in a hopeless place, as Rihanna says. So that's that. Next question. What was your favorite and least favorite thing from Northern Illinois?
The ticks.
Yeah, so I didn't have a single tick on me. You came home with at least 4. And not on the same day. It was like a rolling tally.
Yeah. I'm going to attribute that to like going in places to hang up the banners and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like through the taller grass. And yeah. It was. They're everywhere.
I don't know. Least favorite part, I guess, would be.
I thought that was your least favorite part.
That was definitely up there.
Okay.
But I'm talking about like the actual match. I mean, I don't know. Probably the rocks on stage 9 or 10, stage 10. Those kind of sucked.
Yeah, stage with the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bus stage had gigantic rocks. I would say my least favorite is going to come down to squad mates.
Yeah. Did you get stuck with some that didn't like to paste?
You know, the concept, like, you're in school. The teacher's like, all right, Jimmy, Johnny, Billy, Bobby, you're in one group. Here's your project. Get it done. Bring it in next week. And everybody but Billy puts their work in. And Billy shows up on the day it's presented, and everybody else did such a great job. The whole group gets an A, and Billy didn't do shit.
You had a lot of Billies.
We had like 75% of our squad was Billy's. It was a very exhausting day. I racked up 20,000 steps on my match day. It was,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
yeah, there was a lot of pasting that I did and a lot of steel picking up that I did. Squad mates was my least favorite. My favorite, I think, was the shoot house.
Yeah.
The shoot house was a lot of fun. And I've never shot in a shoot house before. Oh, well, I guess kind of, but it wasn't set up like that. Like I've shot in it at like a little shoot house inside what was it, the Wisconsin, one of the Wisconsin state championships that we went to, had like a little shoot house in it. It was like a dark shoot house with a flashlight.
Well, that was just an indoor range.
Yeah, so it wasn't necessarily like a
Did you
shoot
shoot
house with like
in Florida though? Didn't you shoot at nationals in Florida?
no, I shot the one in Alabama. I went with you, but I didn't shoot that
Oh,
match.
yeah,
I
'cause
was
we did the shoot house there too, which is this is a little different, but it's still technically a shoot house.
this was my very first time, and it was quite exciting. Yeah, there's a lot of like, once you're inside and moving around, it's,
Can be discombobulating.
discombobulating. Which direction is the 180? Like, what do I have to be careful of? Where's the range officer? Like, he's always going to be behind you, right? He's never going to be in front of you, just because of the flow of where it is. It was the most well thought out stage as far as RO safety.
There's
It
a lot of
was
time on that.
that and you can tell too, like as a shooter, like when you come out at the end and you can see where all the ROs are standing and why they stood in a specific spot while you were shooting there. I'm like, wow, a very specific walkthrough strategy for clearing the house in reverse when they come back out to make sure nobody's left inside before the next shooter starts. It was so smooth and so safe for something that has a lot of unknowns about it. So safe. I will say probably the best RO staff as far as making the
Oh,
shooters
fucking great. Go ahead.
feel safe and making the shooters know that they're not going to ever be pointing at any of the ROs because of the way it's designed and the way the house is cleared at the end. It's it put me at ease.
That's nice. Jose, she didn't mean a single word of that.
I am just shaking my head at him.
My favorite part, you know what? It was so nice getting to shoot. Not even just a major, just to be able to shoot with the homies. It's been a long time. I haven't attended too many matches, and I don't really get to squad with them all the time because my schedule it's usually signing up late, so usually on a different squad. So it was awesome, and I think just the totality of hey, we're shooting through the stuff that we've worked on this for 10 months,
Right. It's a very long process.
and how it all came together, seeing like the shooters happy and excited about things, and that probably like as much work as it was just it was very rewarding, and I can see why people do it. So it was that might be my favorite.
We did get another question asking what was your favorite thing about the Northern Illinois match. Please refer to the previous answer.
Yeah.
We get a lot of questions asking that. And two more questions. One, does the Golf need a trailer? That would be your car.
So yes, must have been paying attention to either my stories. I don't know if I put them in the matches Instagram stories, but my car became a pickup truck slash utility cart all weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Drove around with tools and stuff, putting the banners up. It was my golf cart for running around the range, dropping water, pasters, prizes.
White spray paint
Yeah.
at stage 9 or stage 10.
And then it was also used as steel transport from some of the ranges that we borrowed stands and steel from. So my car did more truck stuff than most trucks in the parking lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, a trailer would have been nice.
And the last question. Why couldn't I win a platypus or monsoon build?
Why couldn't we all win one?
That would be crazy. Like, you get a monsoon, and you get a platypus, and you get a monsoon. And have Oprah come and host the next one. It was a fantastic weekend.
Yeah.
And I absolutely loved seeing, like watching you run yourself ragged. I didn't love watching you run yourself ragged. You running yourself ragged, I loved watching the end result of it. Like, I know is very rewarding for you.
Yeah.
But for me as an outsider watching all of what got put in, and, I got to see what everyone else did. I got to see what you did. I got to see like everything pulled together as a whole as a competitor, and knowing most of the backstory to everything too. So it was an interesting viewpoint from me, knowing what all happened and went into it and seeing the final end result. It was a very, very good match. Highly recommend. 5 stars.
Yeah. Stay tuned. 2027's stuff will be announced hopefully sooner rather than later.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, that's it for the show. You got any questions, comments, concerns, topics, send it to pewtimepodcast@gmail.com. No, I have not forgotten about the new website. It will be released soon. I was just a little preoccupied the past week and a half. So bear with me on that. Follow us on at Laugh and Load on all the things. Head over to the YouTube channel. There will be more videos as well coming now that I'm going to have a little bit more free time. I think that's it, right?
I think that's it.
Talk to you guys next week.
Okay, bye.